Hello guys and welcome to episode 18 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as Brasilia using the Purity Affinity, and today we're going to be continuing with our war with the Australians after taking their capital from them. But we want to take the rest of their cities and then we can peace out and begin to sort out our health, which is really quite bad right now. But I've had a suggestion to start building bio wells, I think it was, in order to combat that, because that will give us the health from those. As you can see, this bio well here is giving us +1 health, and this one here as well. So if I start to make more of those, that will help bring that down sooner and possibly put us positive. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on the rest of our units for this turn. I'm going to actually keep this Guardian out of range of Jimboomba for this turn, unless we can move into range with every unit. I don't think we can, because these are all fortified. So we'll just leave that there to do nothing. The Lancer here can just fortify until healed, and that is everything done for this turn, except from moving this Lancer on, which I can do just now. And this one as well, apparently. Okay, now we're all done. Let's move on. So I don't think the Slavs have much of a chance of taking over Rangi. So we don't have to worry about that. We've got our Punishers in position soon enough, and we can take it for ourselves. Jimboomba's going to take a long time to take over, I think. But once we get our Punishers into position, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. For now, this Punisher can just do nothing. Same with this Lancer. This Lancer as well. This Battlesuit. And this Lancer. This one can move towards Rangi. And now we can move our Lancer into position along with our Punishers. I think if I move him there, he can fire on the city. Oh well, this will have to do. You can bring up some more melee units. And I'm going to leave that Guardian where he is, and bring forward the Battlesuit. And the Lancer can just fortify until healed on that tile. And then next turn we can think about trying to take this over. What might be worth doing is bringing forward these Needle Jets to Freeland. And also what I'm going to do is start annexing these cities. Only 3 turns remaining on that martial law there. And then we can actually have full control of that settlement. And then as soon as that one's out of martial law, I'll do the next one and so on, even though we are still at war. I think we need to start doing that as soon as possible. Now, Axiom. Do we want a Lev plant here? Probably not, we don't really need it. So let's just get a Vivarium. Don't need any more military units for now, so that's fine. You can see my workers are already working on a mag rail all the way to Freeland, which is nice. Surprised they didn't attack me with these needle jets that are stationed in Rangi. But I'm not going to complain. So now we must be completely ready. All my units are fully healed. We can move them into range of Jimboomba. Which I probably shouldn't put anything on this tile because that can be hit by both settlements. This Guardian can actually attack in this turn, so I'm going to take advantage of that. This Lancer can stay where he is. This one can be moved forward. I'll put it around the other side because we're getting a bit full on this side. I'm going to move this Battlesuit up. And let's see how much damage these Punishers will do to Rangi for us. So looks like we'll take it down to just under half. And then the next turn we can take it over. Well, that's really low. Okay, let's heal up this Lancer so it doesn't die in the next turn. And we can bring this Lancer over to replace this one if we need to. We have this Lancer as well. I'm actually going to send that in the other direction. And that can remain doing nothing for now. Now the needle jets in Freeland can be set to air interception. The Lancer at Cittadella can come all the way down toward Harta. Follow our mag rail, and we've got a Guardian here, so let's get that into position. And all is done. Great. Now there has been some changes in a recent patch to the trade convoys. So that's just something I've got to point out. Trade is based off population now. So you have to get to a certain population threshold now before you can add more trade convoys to a settlement. So basically trade depots only give you one trade route now, which is, I guess, quite a good balance. And we are going to build more trade convoys because that is something I actually need for Central right now. That city did a lot of damage to my battlesuit then. Wow. We have so many units here, we can probably just start attacking the settlement with everything we have. At Rangi, we'll hit the settlement with the Punishers once again. It should make it pretty straightforward to take over with the battlesuit. Well, maybe not. We need to take it over with the Lancer, in fact. Let's create a puppet. And the Polystradians are so very nearly destroyed. We're going to get down to like minus 100 health. That's going to be ridiculous. Wow. So all our negative modifiers I think are maxed now. Oh well. Let's get my units to walk toward Jimboomba now, as we don't need them for Rangi anymore. Guardian can take the first shot at Jimboomba on this assault. Going to move around this battlesuit, move this battlesuit onto that tile, then we can move the Punisher into range. We're going to fortify that battlesuit there, we can move the Lancer a couple of tiles, bring this Punisher up. Okay, and we can attack the settlement with this Lancer I think, and this Lancer as well. I'm going to do that just so that we start getting more damage on this than it can heal in the same turn. As for this Guardian, I don't know where I want to put it. If I move this battlesuit across maybe, I can move it in onto this tile. Let's just move the battlesuit back a tile because it's not able to attack where it is. We can move the Guardian forward one tile and then maybe it can hit Jimboomba from there. We'll find out in the next turn. Got another battlesuit there that can just do nothing. So many units, we just don't have places to put them. Oh well, better to have more than enough than not enough. Now at Dorado, what do we want to get here? Probably an auto plant. Lancer taking a beating, we can actually withdraw that. I'm sure it will have the movement to get out of the way of Jimboomba. You can see actually we are at minus 72 health, so the health's sort of like going up and down. It's the money we need to worry about now, the energy. And we're only at plus 9, which is not great. And that's pretty temperamental for a nation of our size. Now we have this trade convoy. I want to see where it can go before I actually decide if I want to build another one. So let's change the origin city to central. Oh, we can add trade routes to like Freeland, Harter and Rangi anyway, so yep, we may as well get on with that. And we can build another trade convoy here. We can build one at Santo Adria as well, and at Fiel we can work on other buildings like the thawing reactor, because we're going to need this energy very soon. As for fueling the fire quest decision, do we want culture from petroleum wells or production? I think we want culture. I think culture's more useful later in the game because it's harder to get. Whereas production, it's pretty easy when you have all of the buildings. As for this covert ops, let's choose an assignment. We shall steal science, maybe? I think we'll steal science. And for our agents, let's reassign them to our next war target. I think is going to be Eridani. Because Eridani is getting really strong. We're not going to worry about the Slavs. Could also focus on the African Union. Or even finish off the Pan-Asians. But I think we'll continue spying on the Franco-Iberians. Okay. And then where can the other agents go? I guess we can just take them back to our HQ for now to give us the health bonus. Actually, I can send this one to Manuel to stop the intrigue there. Great. Now veterancy gained for this Lancer, so make it disciplined and we'll fortify until healed, knowing that Jimbumba can't actually one-shot my Lancers. We'll move this Lancer out of range and we can replace that with a battle suit maybe. Can this Punisher fire from here? Yes it can, so we can do that. We can use this Punisher as well. We can attack with this Lancer, with the battle suit. With the Guardian. And how much health is that going to leave the settlement on? Not very much. Okay, so we might be able to get the settlement in the next turn, which will actually be really good. That's much less time than I thought it would take. Got some reinforcements here waiting to replace units that get killed. So we're just going to tell them to do nothing for now. Actually, I'll take that unit off the miasma tile. We'll fortify until healed that one. Bring this Lancer all the way forwards. Get the Sentinel on the way. And now the Punishers can head back in this direction as well. And actually, what I can do if I bring this battle suit out of the way is get another Punisher into position on to be able to fire onto that city. This Punisher can move all the way down here as well. Can't really replace anything though, because everything's already been moved. I probably should have moved those beforehand. Right, we can get this battle suit out of the miasma and fortify him, and we'll fortify the Lance until healed as well. Automate the worker we captured and get this Punisher to head towards Jimbumba. And I don't think we're going to need any of these extra units that we're now bringing down to these two settlements. I think we've already gotten more than enough. So that will do. We'll move on to the next turn. Lost a battle suit, no worries. We got 100 energy from a trade convoy. That's pretty good.
Yes, the world is beautiful and unspoiled, but it is wrong. Correct it at once.
Terraforming. This is going to mess up our economy. Just wait until all the workers start working on Terrascape. Yeah. It's going to go downhill very quickly, but hopefully it'll be balanced out by the fact that we will be getting these places under our control. Rahi's out of martial law actually, so we can annex Kala. That will take 7 turns. And we may as well do New Hope at the same time. That will be 5 turns. Okay. Brilliant. Now let's finish off Jimboomba. I'm actually not going to use this Punisher. I'm going to use this Punisher first. Because I might be able to just move this Punisher straight towards Pembella. If I use this Punisher and then some Lancer units, that might take over the city. There we go. Create a puppet there. And we can move on. So that Lancer can move on quite far. We can move this Punisher into range of Pembella for the next turn. Move on the battle suit there. This battle suit can follow up. I can also move up the Guardian. Fortunately, not many of these units can actually move very far because of the hills. Fortify until healed that Lancer, that one as well. This Punisher can continue on its way. Get the Sentinel to move forwards. The Guardian. Upgrade that as well. We can get the battle suit forwards, awesome. This one I'm actually going to send round. And the trade convoy at Central. You need to choose a new trade route for this one. So what would be good? We could trade with Fiel to get us extra food and production per turn in Central. Or we could just get more money by trading with like the Franco-Iberians or even Kavithan now. Look at that. Tiangong's still a really strong choice. Trade with Tiangong. It's not like we're helping them grow. They're really small at the moment. We can continue to take advantage of that trade. So this Lancer at Rangi, I'm actually going to move up to the border of the Franco-Iberians. Because at the moment, that looks like who we're going to be attacking next. Guardian's going to have to do nothing for this turn. I'm going to choose production in Central, which shall be the laboratory. Get us extra science there. We'll keep this Punisher up near the Franco-Iberians, I think. And Hutama is offering me a peace treaty. And where's Kesambatan? I swear they only had 2 more settlements. Maybe it has 3. One we just haven't seen yet. But we're going to refuse this offer anyway. We're going to just destroy them, wipe them off the face of the earth. Yeah, it looks like there's another settlement even farther down, which we'll probably just raise because it seems to be on the snow, and that's not going to be very good at all. Australians desperate to remain alive, but all their juicy cities, I want them for myself. Now the Slavs offering me geothermal for a favour, so yeah, let's start gaining more favours from the Slavs. Nearly every nation right now must think I'm a warmonger, which kind of makes sense after I've just completely wrecked the Australians. But let's move on this battle suit. Means we can get more units to head in that direction. This Punisher can actually begin firing onto Pembella. Make sure we get more units into position. This battle suit can actually move out and fortify until healed. Bring up that Lancer. Another Punisher. That will come in handy. This one can continue toward the Franco-Iberians. This Lancer that's been healing can come down now. This one can now sleep on the border. And the trade convoy at Santo Adrio that's been built can be sent to Freeland. And the one from Citadella can go to the same place. Bring down this Guardian onto the miasma tile. That can spread around Pembella. Sentinel, do we need it near the front lines? No, I guess we can just keep moving it down. Keep walking through miasma. And this Lancer is damaged, so let's actually just fortify that until healed. Another Punisher that we can move down, so that's good. This one can move on as well, but can't really go anywhere because of the gridlock of units. There's a literal gridlock right now. So we're at minus 12 energy per turn with minus 88 health. Let's start choosing production in our cities. So I guess we'll build more workers now. That's all we really need. In Santo Adrio, we can get an institute to boost our science. At Axiom, we can get a Gaian well, actually. Extra energy from geothermal, really useful. And at Rahi, we'll work on the Cyto Nursery. Actually, we'll work on the Farmer Lab first because it gives us more health. So, my Guardian being attacked. I can actually move that out of range of Pembella next turn, I think.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
And oh my god, look at him now. African Union, full supremacy. Got all his implants in now. Kind of looks freaky. But he wants open borders. I'm going to refuse that offer. And the main reason is because he probably shouldn't like me anymore. Can't imagine what I look like. I probably look a lot like the Slavs in terms of that uniform. Anyway, let's continue attacking Pembella. How much damage do Guardians do to this settlement? Quite a lot. Not as much as I thought, though. Just going to keep moving on the units so that I can get rid of this gridlock. Get this battle suit out of the way. Trade convoy at Freeland. Where does that want to trade? Franco-Iberians lands look like a good choice. Tiangong, still the best though. Get this battle suit right next to the settlement, which allows us to move up this Lancer or the battle suit. You can actually move up the battle suit, and I'll just move the Lancer around the long way because it's fast. This Lancer can also travel around the long way. Same with this one. And that will allow my Punishers to move into position for the takeover of Pembella next turn, which is good. We just have so many units. I'm actually going to leave that Lancer there so it can take the place of this battlesuit or this Lancer in the next turn, because one of those is going to get destroyed, probably the Lancer. And this Punisher can now fortify where it is. On the second trade convoy out of Freeland, can trade with probably the Kerr. Now that's putting our energy positive again. And the reason, again, why I'm not spending any of my energy on buildings and so on is actually just to remain as a reserve in case we go negative again. Now, what can we choose as an operation? Let's establish a network first in Mava. The Sentinel Can move off the miasma tile and force fire until healed. Can move on this battle suit and this lancer. Perfect.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
The African Union really wants borders with me, open borders. I guess that'll be fine. But I'm actually still going to refuse it because I don't want them to put units into my lands and then declare war on me. Now I think a unit died from miasma then, because it got hit by the city, which is okay. But let's go ahead and take over Pembella with all these punishers. And I think after the last punisher hits, I can actually just take it over with the battle suit. Yes, I can. Create another puppet. And maybe we should just leave the Australians where they are now. Because we don't want this settlement. And it doesn't count towards domination victory if I actually take that over. So let's actually peace out with them now. I'm sure they won't mind. We could maybe force them to give us some energy per turn or something. That would be hilarious.
What do you want, yubbo?
Yeah, give me your energy per turn and your science per turn. Let's just do that.
You're away with the pixies.
Am I? Okay. Let's just give him a peace treaty.
Now, let us put aside.
Yeah. I just took over all of his settlements and left him with the worst one. So that will do. And unfortunately, it has been my time. So the war has finally ended. We'll sort out our health and begin annexing these cities for ourselves. And all will be good. At least, hopefully. You can see the settlements already linking up through tiles, which is good. And the mag rails already being put into place by my workers. So after that will come the terrascaping, and then all of my energy will suddenly disappear. That's all for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.